My name is Brandon Adam, and this is my TripleTen story. I went to college for sustainable tourism at NC State. I loved that program, but turning that into a full-time job was going to be a little bit more difficult than I probably anticipated. I want to do something that I'm passionate about and that I have like a true interest in and that I could see myself doing as a career. And so I went into cannabis. I did one of the first internships for a corporate cannabis company in Washington. I did that for like 6 years probably. I kinda hit like a ceiling in my career, and I realized that, the only way to the top in that line of work is if you owned one of these companies. And I was always interested in software engineering, coding, gaming, like technology in general. I'm very, savvy with computers, I think more so than the average person. So I just kind of leaned into my affinity for that and decided that I want to pursue a boot camp to kind of help me kickstart my new career. TripleTen's lesson plan and how everything was broken down was kind of like the deciding factor. I was also working full time at the time, so I didn't want to have to like create a lesson plan for myself about something I wasn't super knowledgeable about. But I knew with the lesson plan that was laid out, I could build upon what I was going to be taught, and it would kind of just give me an advantage to go into what I was trying to go into at the time. Software engineering is one of the very few industries that changes so dynamically so quickly. I mean, like we'll get into it later, but I work for a telematics company and like our technology changes so fast. That ever changing part of the industry is why I joined it. So that first like 3 sprint period, for the first time in a long time, I didn't know anything about what I was doing, and I was terrible at it. And I was like, "Wow, this is refreshing," kind of, and when it does work, it's like, the highs and lows, it's the, "Oh my god, I'm a genius," and then like, "Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh my god, I'm a genius," and it's just like that constant, like, up and down, and it's better. It's a better journey in my opinion. Parameters were crazy. So, like, when you first figure out parameters, your life gets 100 times easier because now the things that you've built that you know are gonna work when they receive the correct items, they work now. So, the bugs that you're getting are gonna be more related to, like, auth, if that's applicable, because a lot of people mess auth up. Honestly, you would think it would be some sort of, like, tangible skill. It's not. It's your ability to keep an open mind and realize that you don't know everything, and because you don't know everything, the less, I guess, like, closed off you are to not learning a different route, and, like, that, I guess, philosophy isn't just applicable to coding, like, it helps you in life too. I mean, you just gotta lock in, like, there's no other way to say it. I mean, if you got bills to pay and you got responsibilities, I mean, they're not gonna wait on you. So, you gotta go to work, get money, and pay your bills, and if you really want that career change, like, you're gonna have to work for it. I was lucky enough to, like, have enough money saved up, so I took, I think, the last, like, 3 months of the program, I took that off, and I was unemployed during that time. Would kinda help me focus, especially in, like, the later sprints when it gets a little bit more complicated. I mean, getting rejection letters sucks. Like, it doesn't matter who you are, what roles you're applying for. It could be entry level, senior level. When you get a rejection letter, it sucks. But you just have to, like, take that on the chin and just go on to the next one. I think I sent out a total of 100. Alright, I tracked 100 and, like, 20, but I probably sent out, like, 150, like, somewhere in there. And I got 1 interview from, like, 150 applications. It all happened, I think, in the span of, like, a week. So, first interview was, to meet the owner of the company and, like, kinda second in command. Met them, very nice people, very smart people, and, we hit it off. I told them, I was like, "Hey, I'm out of the boot camp. I have X amount of coding experience, these are my projects, my GitHub, all the stuff I've done. Plus, here's my resume from all the other work, plus education that I have." And, I had numbers and figures on my resume that, they were pretty happy with. So I think they were looking to kind of bring that level of impact to their company. And, per quarterly review, I'm doing pretty good. So I guess they got what they asked for. My current job title is a technical support and software integration specialist, and I work for Traxxas GPS in Rock Hill, South Carolina. We do telematics technology and GPS tracking, and we're getting into a lot of really, really cool dash cams. So really, really interesting stuff going on. It's cool because you don't really know exactly what's gonna happen next, and that's a good thing and a bad thing because, like, you get new technology, the software gets updated, there's always new features coming out, and that's super cool, but on the flip side, like, if someone breaks a line of code somewhere and then pushes an update without running a test suite, this guy's gotta deal with it. So, I'm the guy they call when, their things aren't tracking or they can't view the camera or, it's not uploading video or they can't, pull exceptions for something, like, I'm the guy that goes in and, yeah, was like, "Alright, let me fix this for you." The boot camp was super helpful, um, but it really comes down to the person. I think the good thing is that TripleTen kinda gives you an opportunity to really test yourself and see if you can make it work.